Leak 1 signing in.
Leak 2 signing in.
Council
Mother is
episode.
dead.
Yeah. Council episode 4. Part 2.
Dead.
She's dead.
I feel like I know nothing.
We're messing everything up.
I have to learn everything all over again. I'm a demon. I age more slowly. I can mentally manipulate people. I don't even know if it's a good thing or a curse.
That's good.
No, this is an advantage. I could get used to this pretty quickly, I think.
I could.
What a
I mean,
mess.
couldn't you?
Come on, man up, Louis.
Let's
I'm
be
still the
honest
same
with
old
ourselves.
me. Demon or not, I'm still in charge of my actions. And this father, I know nothing about. Yes,
If he
I've
is.
still got a lot to learn. It's enough to drive you crazy. Everything I believed in, nothing holds true anymore. Pull yourself together, man. I need to find some answers. There's no way of being alone for a minute.
Nope. There we go. Here we go. Now, look how many videos we got.
Sir Gregory?
Moving on up.
Good day, Louis. I think
What?
it would be good to talk. How are you feeling?
I don't know.
I understand. I heard that William spoke to you at last about our nature and our family. It's a good thing, but you must be a bit shaken up.
That's the least you can say.
I bid you welcome among us, Louis. Knowing William, he probably didn't go into any detail about our family, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
What's Lord Mortimer's problem?
I think he allows himself to be devoured by a need for recognition.
Has he always been like that?
I
More
don't
or
think
less,
you'll be
but
able to
thinking
read
about
his
it,
mind if
I
you
believe
try.
that the birth of our
He's
latest
probably
sibling
an old
greatly
one.
accentuated his discomfort.
Look how wrinkly he is.
Is there a head of the family?
You'll see. You'll meet them all, of course, when you are ready. They created us and set out the rules, especially our father. As for our mother, she retired from the political stage. We don't see her much anymore. I think that all these questions simply bore her.
How many are in the family?
How many of us are there in the family?
We are 8 brothers and sisters.
Well, tell me then. Are there any other families like ours?
There are officially 7, but we're the oldest and therefore the most powerful.
I see. There is still much to learn.
Yes, it's true. You've got some catching up to do, my boy. One thing you must understand, regarding any disagreements that might arise between William and myself, is his position with regard to mankind.
What do you mean?
Well, for centuries we've been trying to help, and therefore preserve humanity. Monarchies are simple and practical. They enable us to inspire humanity efficiently, and I can't understand why William wants to replace them with democracy.
But if your intention is not to dominate the human race, why not let them be master of their own destinies?
I perfectly understand this type of reaction from you, less from William. The main thing you're lacking is time. Man is transient, and one of his particularities is that he does not learn from the errors of his peers. He uses
Old
up
man,
an
you're boring me.
incredible amount
Pick up
of
the pace.
energy building and destroying whatever he himself has put into place. If we weren't here to help them, guide them, I sincerely believe that humanity would have become extinct by now. On the other hand, we are eternal, Louis. When we plan ahead, we do it for the long term.
What's despotism? No idea.
Just hold on. I got it. I got it. Hold on. Exercise of absolute power, especially in a cruel
Yes,
and oppressive
I
way.
understand, but that's more like tyranny, isn't it?
Well, it's all a question of
It's more
your
like
point
what's
of
his
view.
face off of Game of
From
Thrones.
man's point of view, I can understand how he would have
Never
that
watched
impression
Game of Thrones.
if ever
No.
he found out. But don't forget your true nature. From the demon's point of view, in other words, ours, letting man do as he thinks fit would equate to letting him race to his own demise.
But what about man's freedom to choose?
That is man's worst enemy, Louis. Imagine a creature that dies without reaching the age of adulthood. It remains a child.
Like
We
everyone's
have
just gonna
to
die.
Otherwise, he will put himself in danger. It has taken centuries for our family to establish relative peace between demons. Thanks to this policy, we have been able to decide everything by confining the other families to subordinate roles. And now William is obsessed with disrupting everything.
Peace between demons? What do you mean?
I'm not talking about conflicts within our family. If that was all there was, everything would be fine. But several other families, younger but nonetheless powerful, are trying to upset the balance. At present, we dominate most of the major countries around the globe. But some families are pushing, via less influential countries, to gain ground. Do you understand?
As best I can, yes.
When the time comes,
best
you
way?
must take up a position on the political chessboard. I only hope your father doesn't take you down with him.
Are you suggesting he might be in danger?
Well, Louis, our father's patience is not limitless. If William ever does go too far, then yes, he will be in danger. I want you to make an informed choice. Now go and see your father, see what he has to say, and then think it over very carefully.
That's exactly what I intended to do. Thank you, Uncle.
Don't mention it.
Oh,
If
we're
I've been
already-
able to
we're
help you
already
in
on the uncle
Oh,
basis.
oh shit, you're on a family basis of uncle, aunt. Ow, yeah. I wonder who Cleveland is. Is she a demon? Is she part of your family? Why would she sleep with you then?
Oh, her sister did. Let's
So
get
what?
it right.
So wouldn't that be part of the family?
It would be. It would be. I believe it would be.
I
then.
guess that was more common back then, though.
I mean, I don't.
Maybe not in this era, but I don't know. I don't really know. I know that was common way, way back in the day.
I wonder what
But-
Pope thinks all this.
You're all devils. What does Georgie think about it? He's not a demon. Where is he?
No, he's not. But oh wait.
Oh wait, yeah, that's right. He's not.
I need to go in here and look at a book
Why?
because that's how I get points. Okay, or maybe not in this room. I know there's one down in the library, and I could swear there was one in one of these rooms too.
Oh, I want to what?
A book I have to jump up and read.
Why? Why? Why?
Why not? Because I like to read.
No, you don't.
Come on, Morty. Let's go.
Morty
Yeah.
and Rick.
Mortimer. Morty.
Where's Rick?
I'm Pickle.
What?
I'm Pickle Dick.
Louis, I was sure you would stay. I'm proud of you. You've made the right choice. You must have been disappointed not to have been able to speak to Sarah one last time. I would have liked her to tell you herself.
Well, I I guess I'll never know now.
True. Even so, there is one more thing I haven't told you about her. Sarah was my daughter.
What? But why didn't you tell me the truth about her?
I thought that might be too many truths to absorb at one time. I intended to tell you afterwards. You were in a hurry, so I made a decision. You've been able to understand and choose for yourself. How do you feel?
Hard to say.
Overwhelmed.
Confused about everything? I have to admit, it's been a lot to take in such a short amount of time.
What could be more normal? It may have been a bit brutal, but you've just grown up in a very short space of time. From now on, you can influence your own future. I will guide you. We've all the time we need.
You're not the first to make me that offer.
What do you mean by that?
Your brother, Sir Gregory.
Gregory. Why am I not even surprised? What did he say?
I've been given to understand that you have a difficult relationship with your father. Isn't that right?
Let's just say we don't see things the same way. I ended up finding out that there's a world outside the rules he has imposed on us. I don't impose anything on anyone. I'm just following my own path.
But where does it lead?
I suppose I should explain. For centuries now, demons have emerged in and around great leaders all over the world. But like
It was
true
getting good
tyrants,
till everyone's
they
getting
have
murdered.
governed with an iron fist in a studded glove.
That's the impression I get.
But you see, people's discontent is increasing, and they are too high up to hear it. They take themselves for gods. Sooner or later, the people will turn against us, just as they have in the past. Each time it's happened, many of us have died. We must master the humans, yes, but gently. And the best way of doing that is by allowing them a free choice, Louis.
You really are trying to liberate men.
Of course, not entirely, no. It is easier to keep control over people who slumber than people who are oppressed. A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man. Whereas, if you give him
He's
a
got a good
roof,
point.
food, and entertainment, he will do
Sounds like
whatever you
America.
want. The best way of getting them to achieve something is to make them think it was their idea. For that, they have to feel as if they are free.
Hang on. What do you mean?
America.
Look at the United States. From the start,
Look at
I
the
introduced an
United
idea
States.
that will change
Perfect.
everything. The idea that everything is possible. Everyone can become someone. Is there anything more beautiful?
You mean it's not true?
Man can move mountains when he believes it is in his own interest. And what nobler cause is there than his own freedom?
Do you have any more examples?
Of course.
Oh, jeez.
But the most important of all
We'll say no
has
more.
already been laid. The foundation stone. Freedom
I already
of
know where we're
speech.
going with all
The
these.
First Amendment of the Constitution. There must be opponents to every
Yeah.
project. So, above all, don't develop a one-track approach. Otherwise, man won't have enough room for expression to feel free. If man sees his chains, he will only want to break them. If we give men the feeling that they are free, I am convinced that they will exceed their limits. And it is only from that condition that humanity shall rise up.
Wow. This
Do you
is
want to
so
dominate
true.
or
This
raise
is
humanity
so
higher?
bad.
I want
Like-
it to advance.
Whoever made this
I
game
want it to
No.
progress.
Try a
Man
demon.
is our vessel. If he progresses, then so
Whoever
do
made this
we.
game
Wouldn't you like
knows
to know
what's
what
going on
we
around
really
here.
are?
Who do you mean?
I'm not talking about
Demons?
full demon
Yes,
things. I'm
us,
just saying it's
our
a troll thing.
species. I've been searching for centuries, trying to find a way to explain the reason of our existence. But humanity has not yet evolved enough to make any progress on the subject. I am convinced that the sciences will bring that knowledge someday.
So, that's your objective, is it? To understand who we are.
It's still manipulation.
I understand your goal, but the change you propose is not really a significant one. It is merely more smoke and mirrors.
You must understand that we directly depend on men. Consequently, we have to do our utmost to help them progress and to prevent them from killing each other.
Huh.
As we have the power to influence their will, why not impose the desire to live in peace?
We do exactly that on a regular basis.
Really?
But a leopard cannot change its
That's
spots.
hilarious.
When the person that you inspired dies, you have to start all over again with the next one. It's painstaking work, Louis. Our family
Painstaking
clings
progress.
to its privileges and to the past, and that's how they are putting us in danger. The time has come
Wow.
for change.
This game
Now
is
that you know your true
mind-provoking.
nature, there are still a few things I need to teach you.
What do you mean exactly?
A new skill, and not the least, Louis. It's about taking control of a person.
Ooh. You can take control of
I don't see
cleavage.
how I could do that.
I shall help you the first time.
How do you do it?
It's an animal resonance. How it works is still a bit unclear even to us.
Like a wave or a sound?
That seems the most likely, yes. In my opinion, demons are capable of tuning their psychic frequency to that of others. That is why, for example, I tend to surround myself with deaf and dumb servants. The servants dressed in black. I infiltrated them. I opened a channel between them and me, and then I deprived them of speech and hearing. This way, no other demon can turn them against me.
Okay, let's not waste any more time.
I deduce that you're impatient to master what's in store for you. That is good. I thought I'd mix business with pleasure for this first time.
What do you mean by that?
The conference will come to a close shortly, as you know. Not that I'm fed up with archaic diplomacy, but it's time to ensure the success of this project. To make this happen, I would like Piaget to inform the Pope he has changed sides.
You're going to use your powers to alter the votes?
The real game is about to begin, Louis. Up till now, the guests have been sizing each other up. From now on, it's time for Gregory and myself to play, as well as you yourself. Now, here is my plan. I would like you to join His Eminence in his room.
Just play along. We'll see when the time comes. Very well. And then?
You're going to have to trust me. What we're going to do is painless for the human you are going to invade.
Invade?
Yes, you're going to enter his mind and take
Is he
control.
entering our mind?
You're going to influence his actions and his psyche. Make him speak, then concentrate. You must focus on him in order to feel his thoughts. Then, while speaking, you must link with him. Once you're done, you will naturally find your way to the source and enter into his thoughts.
But what if I fail?
Trust in your instincts. You just have to let yourself go. You have the skill. Let your nature come to the fore. You'll see. If you fail, you'll be in for some light banter with His Eminence. That's all. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Very well.
Perfect. Go now. The Cardinal is in his room. You will have to write a letter to the Pope as if Piaggi had written it himself. In this letter, tell the Pope that whatever happens during the conference, he must follow my propositions. But be careful. In order to protect himself from counterfeiters, the Pope had Piaggi's hand tattooed with a symbol to be sure of his identity. You'll see when you're inside him. You'll understand. Once it's written
You're
up,
inside of
just
him.
bring it back to me, and I'll send it off immediately.
All right, I'll take care of it.
This sounds dangerous. Whoa.
Whoa.
We aren't talking to you anymore. Looks like people are leaving. That's my room. The next room over is his.
Ah, well, Louis, what brings you back to my chambers?
May I sit down?
Of course, Louis. Don't you feel good?
Yes, but if I'm gonna pass inside you, I'd better sit myself down first. It's nothing, don't worry about it.
Well, what can I do for you?
Right. Now I need to concentrate. I wanted to speak to you, Your Eminence.
Yeah.
Speak to him about demons?
Or the lands.
Wait. What is... Where's him? Where is he? He's vulnerable to manipulation. His immunity is that. So what do these little signs mean?
What are you looking for? What are you looking for? Aren't those under talents?
No.
Are you sure?
You believe in demons?
What are you talking about, Louis?
Where is he going with this?
I can feel something. Demons, Your Eminence.
I am a cardinal. Of course I believe in
What on earth is the matter with him? Is he losing his mind?
All right, hang in there, Louis. Don't lose him. Rest assured, Your Eminence, I'm fine.
But it's impossible.
Rest assured, Your Eminence, I am fine. I've done it. I've done it, damn it. He was right. This is just crazy. I can't believe it. Look at yourself, Louis. You better not get caught. Whoa. I still need to get used to this body. So, let's see about what Mortimer asked me. Right. Well, it's time I got started. Let's see what I can
Let's get
find
started.
here to help me write that letter.
Hurry up, Hobie.
I have no means to validate my forgery, so I better take my time with it and not make any mistakes. There are 2 letters from the Pope on the desk. I should be able to get a clue or 2 by checking how well they correspond to each other. And here are 3 stamps. All are different.
Oh.
Might be a little hard.
So don't use your personal stamp.
Hello, or why you keep calling me folks?
Right.
The
Let's start
dude.
writing. Lord Mortimer asked me to discredit Sir Gregory and to announce Piaggi's final vote in his favor. As an introduction, Your Holiness, thank you for your trust. It turns out, now that I'm here,
that I find Lord Mortimer's projects grant us many more advantages in comparison to what Sir Gregory had suggested. We are talking about the future of the Holy See. There. That should be enough to justify the change of coat. There's a kind of code composed of 6 letters that they always write under the dates of their correspondent. According to Mortimer, it's got something to do with Piaggi's tattoo. I guess I'll have to write one for today's date. Now, ideally, it'd be better to do without it, but I'm going to need to be extremely clever here. Today the date is 24/01/1793. In the letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date, 2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Piaggi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the numbers shown in the middle. Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Stop, I'm trying to figure this out. I gotta figure out he's in trying to do the
Hey. The mic won't turn
Okay,
on. So what are you trying to figure out?
I have to write a code on the bottom of the Pope's letter. And there's 2 below the date and 4 below the year.
Uh,
Today the date is 24/01/1793. 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 Today is the 24/01/1793. In one of the letters, the Pope asked Piaggi to change and to stop using his personal stamp. He asked him to use the one with the Pope's motto on it. Giustizia, misericordia e umiltà. Boy, I gotta brush up my foreign languages. A circle with a cross inside. On it is written, Flore in Domo Domini. On it is written, Flore in Domo Domini. Giustizia, misericordia e umiltà. Boy, I gotta brush up my foreign languages.
Yeah. Yeah.
Finish it.
Stamp that post-it note. His eye, look at him. He's crazy-eyed.
He is.
Your Eminence, all ready to send... What's he doing here?
Damn it. That's all I need.
Don't worry, he can't hear us.
What do you mean he can't hear us? What's going on here, Piaggi?
You gave Louis a tranquilizer.
The old goat is going to drop us. It's a lousy turncoat. Well, he'd better not tell me he just fell asleep.
Calm down now. Monsieur de Richet came to see me because he was having anxiety attacks and wanted something to help him relax. I'm afraid I've been a little heavy-handed.
You can say that again.
I was about to fetch someone to take care of him. Would you care to go?
There he is. And there he stays. It's a perfect opportunity.
What do you mean?
It's been a while now that I've been hoping for a chance to get rid of him. Can you keep a secret?
Of course.
Of course, my son. Would you like to tell me under the confidentiality of confession?
Ach, don't talk rubbish. I don't trust the little runt because he is Mortimer's son. Would you believe it?
How does he know?
Dear God, how is that possible? I am flabbergasted.
We've wasted enough time. What if he wakes up? If you don't want to get your hands dirty, just turn away and leave everything to me.
And this is not a decision to be taken lightly.
You're defending him now.
What are you talking about? Of course not.
He's made you change sides, hasn't he?
Checo, you are going too far.
Yeah, that's what I would.
I refuse to get involved. That's against the rules, for heaven's sake.
The rules? The consequences of the conference could well destabilize the world order. It's our duty to shelve Mortimer's project, and to accomplish that, anything goes.
Monsieur von Von, I always act in the best interest of all. I assure you.
Everyone's entitled to an opinion.
You must have lost your mind to want to take such an extreme course of action.
No one's asking you to help me do it.
I will report you to the king.
Should I read his mind?
Go if
Or
you
should
want.
I
to.
report him?
He's probably gonna kill the cardinal for that. Yeah, eliminate the cardinal. Go for it. I will report you.
If you commit a murder, I will report you directly to King Frederick.
I fear nothing, imbecile. The king is my friend. He will never believe you. Listen carefully, Piaggi. If you say anything, you'll be the one they find dead in your bed. Huh? Now, just turn around and let me handle this.
Time to hit him over the head.
Touch him! Out of my room!
I don't know what the two of you are up to, but I'll find out sooner or later.
You just gotta smack him
Time
and
for me
he's
to get
done.
back in my body. Right. Don't just stand there, Louis. Mortimer's waiting for you in the red salon.
Shit, people are trying to murder you.
Where's the red salon?
I was hoping you would know. Why don't you know?
I think that's downstairs.
Oh,
This is not upstairs, because all of the stuff upstairs is bedrooms.
is this up part 2 or part? Yeah, part 2, right?
Yeah. Nope. Nobody trusts you, Louis.
No one trusts Louis. Louis Patui, V5
Louis
Momui.
Vuitton.
Louis.
Nobody trusts you.
Come on. Is this it?
Yeah. Well, this is the dining room, right?
Oh, right there. Is there a man right there?
Oh.
Yeah.
So, Louis, what was your first time like? Bewildering, isn't it?
Horrible.
Here's your letter. I have to admit that the experience was utterly amazing.
Come, tell me more.
Everything went as planned. I didn't encounter any particular difficulties.
Well
Yeah,
done,
yes.
you. On my first try, well, it took me 3 goes. But you did it. Gregory, what can I do for you?
I've just come to make sure dear Louis has all the information he needs.
Needs for what?
You are free to make your own choices, William. I would like the same for him, too.
There's nothing I want more, Gregory.
Your schemes will lead to your demise, brother. Don't involve Louis. He has nothing to do with all this. The end of the conference approaches, and this masquerade will soon be torn asunder. Don't drag him down with you in your disgrace.
Oh, ye of little faith.
On the contrary, brother, Louis has just entered the family. Give him a chance to find his place.
His place?
What do you mean?
What place is that?
At the end of a leash, like all the others.
Don't listen to him. He's angry with our father.
And with good reason. He governs us in the same way he governs humanity. Through fear and submission.
Same old tune. When will you understand that it's necessary to impose order for things to move forward properly?
You are under his thumb and proud of it. Open your eyes, for crying out loud. His whole system has become outdated, and he's too old to see it. He will lead us to our demise.
Here he goes with another of his grand speeches. William has always been fond of staging big scenes. It's his theatrical side.
I'm just gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
How dare you? You are blind, brother. Even if the evidence bit you on the nose, you still wouldn't see it. I feel sorry for you.
Tea is drunk hot or not at all, William. When will you learn? It's too bitter. You shouldn't let it brew so long.
I knew you'd be coming along. You are so predictable.
Methodical, I would say. Things must be accomplished in the right order if we want the world to keep turning as it does.
Whatever the consequences?
What do you mean?
Let's say it hardly leaves any room for free will. Now does it?
It's the adults' responsibility to provide education for their children, Louis. Our family only ensures, through its experience, that demons do not lose themselves in rash decision-making.
You see, Louis, Gregory came here to make you change your mind. It's time for things to change. I acknowledge Father has done many good things for humanity, but his time is over, and now he must pass on the torch.
That's enough. There, Louis. That's the pathetic example your father has to offer. I really am sorry about what happened to you. You don't know our family yet. We can't have given you a very good impression, but bear in mind that we are all against William's project.
On the contrary,
If he insists on going through with it, we will have no other choice than to intervene by force. Consequently, my dear Louis, you're going to have to choose sides. I would much rather have met you in different circumstances.
There you are, Louis. See what happens when you don't follow their orders to the letter.
Louis, I'm afraid the time to decide is now. If you follow William, he will drag you down with him. If,
Where do we
on
wanna
the other
go?
hand, you support me, I can assure you that nothing will happen to you.
Well,
You won't be blamed for your
I
father's
feel like
errors.
this game's
the
gonna go with
masks are
current
off.
events.
I offer you liberty.
So
He obliges you to choose.
what?
And shamelessly asks you to betray
So
your
I
own
think
father.
we
That
should side
is
with
their
him
true
because
faith.
I feel
Right.
like no matter what,
Before I
it's gonna go
answer,
to lead of
I better think
democracy.
it over very carefully. Do I
Maybe there's
intend to
more than one
embrace my
ending.
demon
I'm
nature
sure there
and
is,
take
but
my place on the chessboard?
know.
Do I stay out of it and do my utmost to stop them, or do I renounce my nature and do all I can to stay human?
Oh, there's a third choice. Well, two choices, but yeah,
I am a man.
that's up to you.
I was born a man. I grew up as such. Finding out that I'm a demon makes no difference. I refuse to let them manipulate humanity the way they do. They're gonna ask
Very
me to
good.
choose between them. I'll just have to go with the lesser evil of the two. But they better not count on me to keep my word. I'll bring them all down.
So? What do you choose, Louis?
I would go with Mortimer, but
I shall follow my
okay, that
father's
was a quick
word.
choice.
Very well. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Please, don't take offense, but I just can't turn my back on him. That said, if he turns his back on me, I won't be slow in sticking a dagger between his shoulder blades.
It's time we finished what we started,
read your
brother.
mind.
The final vote of the conference over the acquisition of Louisiana will take place.
Right?
in
How
2
dumb
hours.
am I? I
propose
should not think
you
anymore.
gather your troops and prepare to close the debate.
That's precisely what I was going to suggest.
Come, follow me. It's time for us to get ready.
I mean, you don't have to think about sticking somebody in the back with a dagger. You just, it was like,
I'll stick you in the back with a dagger.
Giorgio, I like you.
Do you really think we have a chance of winning?
A chance? You don't know me very well, Louis. We are going to win.
But it only takes one person to vote against us, and we'll have lost.
That's true. That's why none of them will. Why? Because I have an asset that they do not.
Which is...
You. My friends, prepare yourselves. The conference is about to resume. The time has come to lay down all our cards.
Well, everybody, Leaky Faucets here. Episode 4, Part 2 completed. League 1 signing out.
League 2 signing out. Lady Houseboy.